Let's start with the entity pattern. Essentially, we design a domain object as an entity when we care about its uniqueness, regardless of its form or history. So, when we distinguish an object by its identity rather than its attributes, then we are talking about entities. So, the main task when we are defining entities is to properly determine its identity and how are we going to obtain that identity. We could get the identity of an entity in different ways. Here is a chart list with some options. A final user provides the unique identity. Here, the user provides the identity as an input and the application should validate that it's really unique. The application generates the identity. Here, the application uses an algorithm to generate the unique identity internally. The data store generates the identity. Here, the application relies on the persistent store, such a database, to generate the unique identity. Other application generates the identity. Here, other application has already determined the unique ID and is received as an input or the user selected from a set of choices. Now that we know what is an entity, it is time to check some entities in our domain. Here we have the card entity. The card entity has an identity generated by the application. We have created the card ID type to represent the card ID, and we are generating the ID using an UUID. Here we have the country entity. For the country entity, the country ID is generated by persistent stores. We are using the generated value from JPA to generate the ID. And here we have the customer entity. For the customer entity, we also have a typed ID. It is the customer ID. And this is received as an input from the user.